Hello there, and welcome to episode 10 of Boxes of Comics. As you can see, I do have my co-host, RYN-97. That is correct, that is his name. Now, this week is our 10th episode, and we are going to be reviewing a limited series titled Raven. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Okay, welcome back. We hope everyone is doing safe and having a great day. In this video, I will be talking about a 6-book miniseries by DC Comics titled Raven. This is a story about a girl named Rachel Roth who is a member of the Teen Titans and goes by the nickname Raven. Before we go any further, make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment. Do you think I missed anything? Right. Yes, I did cover that. My feet do not smell. Okay. I'm gonna turn you off. What a jerk. My feet don't smell. Okay. So, a little bit about this series is it was written by Marv Wolfman and the art was done by Alison Borges. It was published by DC Comics, also known as Detective Comics, and released issue 1 was on September 21st of 2016. So kind of give you a time frame of where we're at. In this series, it starts with Raven deciding to stay with her extended family, her aunt on her mother's side, after the dissolution of the Teen Titans, and she had lost one of her friends. So she didn't know what to do, so she left for a little bit. So when she arrives at her aunt's house, she seems a little bit out of her league initially, but then is surrounded by her aunt's family and their love at home, and at school she's starting to fit in. So what does she do? She does what every teenager does and tries to be normal. She encounters someone at her school, and they seems to turn her world upside down. Yeah, right. There's something wrong with this girl. She doesn't know what it is exactly, but as we get further into the story, we find out, and I don't want to give away spoilers. But, yes, I'm getting to the part where it has her half-demon father, okay? So, gosh. Okay. So, what ends up happening is Raven has a special connection, and the book kind of goes into detail about Raven and her personal life and her story, like where she came from, and details how she has these connections. So that's pretty much all that it goes into. So yeah, it's a very good read. I really loved it. It was one of the first DC books that I had picked up, but I actually didn't even pick it up. I received issue 1 in a mystery box from Comic Vantage, who I've done a video on him, an unboxing, and if you follow us on Instagram, I do unboxings there about Comic Vantage along with other people. So after I found issue 1 in his mystery box, I was looking everywhere for issues 2 through 6. Yeah, it did take forever because I had finally found it a couple weeks ago and they were on eBay, so I just picked up the whole set. So now I have 2 issue 1s, which isn't a big deal, but it's pretty interesting to read the actual like whole story, because issue number 1 is like a taste test. If you like it, great. Go and find like the other issues or whatever. But if you don't like it, that's okay. You could put it in your comic box and let it collect dust. That's right, or sell them. Which, if you're looking for money, that's what you can do. So, like I said, reading issue 1, it was good, and during that time that I received issue 1, the new Titans show that's now on HBO was coming out, and I was excited to know what way the show would take Raven's character and how they would develop her. And so when I watched this show, I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. Now I really want to buy issues 2 through 6, or the remaining issues. So I ended up buying a lot after that. And after reading the remaining 5 issues, I felt like DC did a very good job handling this miniseries. And this was due to the character development, the art, and the story that was presented throughout this entire run was magnificent. Definitely a good pickup. But before reading this limited series and watching the Titans, I did not understand Raven's character, because the cartoons such as Teen Titans from the early 2000s and Teen Titans Go, it seemed like they couldn't be as detailed and dark with the characters, since they're both kids shows. They are 2 kids shows, even though adults watch them. They're on Cartoon Network. Yes, I understand that there might be 40-year-olds living in their basements, parents making YouTube videos. You know what? Keep that up and you'll be one of those people too. Okay, fine. So, excuse my rude partner. I don't care what you are. Yes, you are being rude. I don't care, like, who you live with or what. As long as you enjoy comics, then you're a friend of mine. Yes. Very well put. So for this miniseries, I would definitely give it 4 out of 5 stars. It had great world building, character development, and a very good story. The only downside that I see to this story is that there are only 6 issues total. And I feel like it should have been expanded upon just a tad bit more, maybe 10, 12 issues total, so that way you really can flesh out Raven's character, and see what happens. Another issue I had about reading it is that I felt like the other Titans could have made cameo appearances. There was a little reference to them, and that was okay, but I felt like they probably should have been there to help Raven out, and not just like leave your friend for dead and with their aunt, because that's pretty messed up. Hey, where are you going? Turn around, we're not done filming yet. Okay, so, yeah, that's really all I have. That's all for this week's episode. I hope that you learned not only... Hey, don't you be rolling over. That's all I have for this week's episode. I'm going to have to turn this guy off. But remember to like and subscribe. And what else? Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. And you should pick this up if you enjoy this video and want to learn more about Raven's character. Goodbye. Okay, so that's all for the video, but I did want to show you up close the cover art. So as you can see, you have Raven, and then she's got her wings, which is pretty cool. Down here at the bottom, you've got newspapers surrounding her. But I really like the blue that they have, because usually her color is purple. So that's pretty interesting that they went with blue and then yellow to outline. But as you can see, it's 1 of 6, so it's a quick little thing to do. Now here's the purple. This one's probably my favorite color. Not only do you have the purple, but you have ravens coming around here. With you have the light right here, as you can see. And then you have the white background, and it really gives it a pop, and it's really nice. Okay, so for issue 3, this is Raven. I like this one too, but not as much, because this seems more cartoonish. But it does have her looking into her own locker. Like she's expecting something's in there, or she knows something's in there that's not supposed to be in there. So that's pretty cool. It gives a little intrigue to the book. Here we have issue 4, and it looks like she's flying away. As you can see, it's titled The Devil Inside. So that's pretty interesting. It's like, what's she doing up in the sky? But if you read the actual series, you'll understand why. But I do love this purple. As you can see, I think they use different shades of purple. This is more of a darker pinkish purple. This is a light purple as compared to issue 2, which seems to be a darker purple. So it's pretty interesting that they use different purples. Here, this looks like a blue and then a little bit of purple. I do like the pink. It makes it pop right here in the raven and then the bottom part. But as you can see, it's blue, but then it all like transforms itself into a purple. So that's really interesting how they did that. And then right here is pretty cool. Here it's blue, and then during the series you realize like what's going on. So there's a roller coaster, and then here's Raven. She's in black, not purple, but there's blue popping out, which is pretty interesting how they're able to use blue and purple to their advantage. So that's really cool. I do like the white background because I feel like it makes the roller coaster pop. But as I said before, my favorite comic cover for this series was actually issue number 2 for many reasons. Number 1, this seems very realistic, like art, even though there's more out there that are even more realistic. But this is good for this series. You also have the different purple smudges, which is pretty cool. It's like somebody took a stamp press and just stamped. And then you have all the different crows, as you can see, they're coming out. So that's really cool. I feel like this cover is the most well done cover. It pops, it catches the eye. Very well done. Like I said, very good series, and I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. Bye.